And I always got to remember that. You know, I lost faith 3 times in my life, man, and lost sight of God and decided that skewing my perception of reality with a chemical was my best solution. Once when my mom died and got cancer, who was a good Christian woman who never did anything to herself, I thought I decided who died, who got cancer, who survived, and who lived, and I was wrong. Next, when the love of my life left me, I went straight to the bar. And then when COVID hit, I have an on-site computer repair business. I go to people's houses, fix whatever. Nobody wanted me in their house, and there went the money. All 3 times, I decided to skew my perception of reality. And you know, it was the best solution. But let me tell you, I learned in those processes that when I can never get just right, I always have to go too far. Always. And, you know, I'm real spiritual when there's plenty of money left in the bank and my favorite girl's acting exactly like I want her to. It's all about God that day. Character is a Latin word that means to be etched on or to be engraved upon. The Grand Canyon was formed by being etched on the earth by water. So in our context, it's telling me that's how my thinking and what I've become is. How am I going to fill that? How am I going to fix it? Well, I found my worst character defect, even though at every meeting I heard how it works, and it said, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Well, I didn't do a sex inventory, mainly because I realized I didn't want God in my sex life, man. That's why I didn't do it. There wasn't nothing wrong with me, just because all my meaningful overnight relationships didn't work out. It was true love every time, trust me. So I met a nice girl in AA. And the honeymoon ended, and where are you going? What you doing? What time are you going to be home? Same shit I did before, over and over. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed, and what happened? She left. See, I bring my very old fears to pass. I had a fear of abandonment, and I did not know. And my character defects are rooted in a fear every time. And so in this process, you know, I've realized there's 2 different kinds of learning. There's temporary learning. I can have a geography test on Friday, pass it. I ain't going to think about it the next day. Who cares? But there's real learning, man, that God gives me by the process of life and these steps and coming to these meetings constantly. And real learning is a sustained use of the knowledge I've gained. Continuing to use that, to continuing to know that, hey, if God's not going to bring me this person, maybe they don't need to be in my life in the first place, or I wouldn't be worried about it. And trusting Him with that. You know, and I've learned with these steps, man, getting loaded and getting drunk and high, it works instantly every time. But these steps are permanent and lasting. I had to get through some real big stuff in my life and try to stay sober. And you know, I realized also, man, that God doesn't say it's His way or the highway. He is the highway, man.